Right now at 10, the judge's sentencing is in. The fate of a La Crosse man accused of fatally stabbing his wife more than 50 times.
And a shooting on La Crosse's north side. The woman in custody with multiple charges.
Plus, how a bipartisan proposal could bring online sports betting to Wisconsin.
You're watching WKDT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. A new development in the Zachary Fritz trial. A judge has now decided his fate.
News 8 Now's Grace Monk is in the newsroom with the verdict. Grace.
Fritz's attorney said his mental illness should not make him guilty. This afternoon, the judge agreed with that. After 5 days of testimony, a verdict is in.
The court is finding that he's not guilty for a mental disease or defect.
The 38-year-old is accused of fatally stabbing his wife in 2024. His attorneys argued that Fritz has bipolar disorder and was in a state of mania when she died. During the trial, both sides brought doctors to the stand. Levine found the defense's forensic psychologist to be a more credible source.
He knows he's faking it. He said, because from my experience, he's faking it. Well, by Dr. Ender's experience, he wasn't faking it. She has more experience in these type of facilities and this type of situation than he does.
The verdict means Fritz will spend his life in a psychiatric institute.
I believe he poses a significant risk of bodily harm to self or others under 971.172. And institutional care is necessary.
His attorneys weighing in on Levine's decision.
This was the outcome that we were seeking in this trial. It's obviously the very beginning of the journey for Mr. Fritz.
Zacher says he now wants the community to focus on Fritz's wife, Ellen, and the person that she was.
Nobody's going to feel good at the end of this. Nobody wins. A family has been torn apart, and the community lost somebody that was very much loved.
This is the second time Fritz was found not guilty due to mental health. The same verdict was reached for domestic abuse charges in 2009. In the newsroom, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Grace. A woman is in custody after a shooting incident on La Crosse's north side.
La Crosse police arrested 48-year-old Mary McGuire at her Avon Street residence. McGuire faces charges of first-degree recklessly endangering safety and operating a firearm while intoxicated. Police responded to the shooting incident around 4:15 p.m. Officers say no one was hurt and it's an isolated incident.
An Eau Claire man is sentenced to 9 years in prison for a 2025 murder. 19-year-old Demarion Stogner received 9 years confinement and 16 years for extended supervision for the death of 21-year-old Andre Simmons Jr. The sentencing followed an emotional hearing with statements from the victim's family.
In 5 seconds, altered the lives of everyone in my family and multiple generations to come, like his children and his nieces and nephews.
Stogner was originally charged with first-degree intentional homicide, but the charge was amended to second-degree as part of a plea agreement.
In Vernon County, a simple text could now save a life. Dispatchers there can now take 911 text messages. People can now text 911 for help anywhere in the county, and dispatchers respond just like they would to a call. It's all part of the county's upgrade to Next Generation 911.
We have a lot of preset or pre-typed messages that we can select to send from. But the biggest thing is going to be probably, do you need police, fire, or medical?
The sheriff's office reminds people that texting 911 should only be used when talking isn't safe or possible.
Vernon County also expanding when storm sirens will sound. Outdoor warning sirens will go off when the National Weather Service issues severe thunderstorm warnings with a destructive tag. That applies to storms with winds of 80 miles an hour or higher and hail at least 2.75 inches in diameter, roughly baseball sized. Winter is back in La Crosse. Our cameras catching snow falling earlier in the area today and the weather getting a lot of reaction. One guy said, "What happened to spring?"
I think it went into hiding. I think Punxsutawney Phil told us a big lie, to be honest. Or somebody didn't feed him breakfast because he was mad and he decided to let it snow.
The weather also created some slick spots on the road, though the sun eventually came out later in the day and the snow kind of disappeared. But it sounds like this is just a very light taste of what is to come, Greg.
Yeah, we got two systems. One is going to be probably more of the wind. Is going to be the story with that one coming Thursday and Friday. And then, yes, a very major winter storm that could impact the entire area this weekend. For right now, it's fairly quiet out there. We're still in the mid-30s. We've had lighter winds. A few clouds begin to come overhead. Overnight lows are going to get back down to where we kind of should be anyway this time of year. Low to mid-20s to upper teens. There's a few flurries that could come around midnight. Otherwise, we'll see clearing skies once we get closer to the morning hour. And that's really what you'll expect there. We'll begin to see clouds increasing towards the noon hour for La Crosse, getting back up to 38. The winds are light for the morning, getting up to about 8 miles per hour by noon. Eau Claire will see the winds also turn around to the south, and cloud cover once again increasing as we get towards noon, getting up to 36. So a quiet start to Thursday, but enjoy it because that really is not what the end or Thursday night's going to end up. We have snow, we have rain, a lot of wind, very powerful winds for Friday. And then, yes, we'll break down that potential big winter storm that could impact a lot of travel this weekend a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg. A bipartisan proposal to legalize online sports betting is gaining a lot of attention at the state capitol.
News 8 Now's JDS McGee joins us in the studio with more. JDS.
Yeah, the bill could change what gambling looks like for people in Wisconsin. Right now, sports betting in Wisconsin is only legal inside tribal casinos. But a bipartisan proposal would allow people to place bets online using their phones or computers, as long as the servers hosting these wagers are located on tribal land. Supporters say the bill would formalize something that's already happening for many around the country.
Other states have been really moving on this. We in Wisconsin have not. And so, I mean, I think we all recognize that there's, people here in the state of Wisconsin that participate in this stuff, and we do not have a legalized system in this state yet.
Several Wisconsin tribes say expanding online sports betting could also create new economic opportunities for the entire state and help to prevent illegal gambling.
By allowing a legal framework for mobile sports wagering through Wisconsin's tribes, the state will see increased revenue through the state gaming compacts, and consumers will have the legal protection needed to ensure they receive fair play.
But some experts say making betting available on mobile devices could dramatically change how accessible it becomes.
The fact that it's mobile will definitely increase the reach of sports betting, and it potentially turn any space into a sports betting space. So that can include work, that could include family time, that could include even being at the game itself.
The bill now awaits further action in the state Senate. In the studio, JDS McGee, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, JDS. The La Crosse Public Library is showing off its new makeover and major improvements. The $3.1 million project features multiple tech spaces, over 95 new laptops and computers, brand new meeting rooms, and a Create Lab for hands-on learning with activities.
We'll always have books. That's kind of our bread and butter. But we also have community programs, events, literacy activities, book clubs. And so we really wanted to create a space where people had quiet zones to do some of the hard work they need to do, as well as more vibrant activity zones.
They also added a new telehealth section where people can contact their doctors for free.
Well, we're following up on the election results from Tuesday night in Minnesota. Voters choosing between Joyce Betts and Jeremy Johnson in Sheldon Township for the town supervisor. Johnson won with 17 votes to Betts' 6. Over in Homer, Anna Driscoll and Harlan Larson were running for town supervisor, and it's Larson with it, 155 votes to 94.
And as voters went to the polls, they may have noticed some open seats didn't have any candidates filed in the election. That included several town hall clerks and supervisors. Those spots will be decided by write-in votes.
Still to come tonight, day 12 of the war in Iran, the oil tanker attacks threatening global supply lines.
And officers save a driver from a burning car. What body camera video shows from the rescue near Milwaukee.
Tomorrow morning, a chance to meet county board candidates before Election Day when the League of Women Voters stops by. Plus, ART is tracking the return of winter weather and snow when we see you at 5 a.m.
That to-do list isn't going to do itself. That's where the 2026 Motor Trend Truck of the Year Ford Maverick comes in. Agile, nimble, equipped for wherever you go, and capable of taking what you need. Ford Maverick, turning a to-do list into a to-done list. Now get $2,500 bonus cash on a new Ford Maverick. See your local Northland Ford dealers today.
I do like knowing the person that's sitting across from my desk. I've formed a lot of relationships over the years based on trust. When I see the look on a member's face, when I say, yes, this loan is good, you're good to go, it makes me happy. To me, being the team you can trust is honesty. When you do a loan with me at Firefighters Credit Union, like everything we do, it's not about the car, it's about you.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Improve your home, improve your life. More choices, lower prices. The 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store. Create a sanctuary in your own backyard. We are favored to live in a wonderful area. Make the most of it with a deck that is safe and sound, a pergola or patio cover to shield you from the sun, a 3-season porch to protect you from bugs and bad weather, or a year-round sunroom you enjoy 24/7 every day of the year. Great value during the 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store.
First responders and bystanders are credited with saving a man from a burning car Tuesday.
It happened on I-41 in Germantown, just north of Milwaukee. Officers arrived to find the engine compartment fully engulfed and the driver still trapped inside. A Washington County deputy and Germantown police officer worked together to free the 40-year-old man's pinned foot. They pulled him to safety moments before the fire intensified. No word on the condition of the driver.
We are learning more about the injuries to U.S. service members after an Iranian drone strike in the early hours of the war.
Erica Brown has the latest from Washington, D.C.
As President Trump toured a pharmaceutical and biotech company in Ohio Wednesday, he touted Operation Epic Fury and called the conflict with Iran both an excursion and a war.
It's an excursion that will keep us out of a war, and the war is going to be, for them it's a war. For us, it's turned out to be easier than we thought.
It comes as concerns continue to mount over the Strait of Hormuz. This oil tanker from Thailand was struck by an Iranian projectile in the strait, and Iran issued a warning saying it will not allow any oil to travel through the strait if it benefits the United States. The disruptions are being felt at gas stations across the country. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum says U.S. oil companies will soon announce plans to ramp up production to bring costs down. And late Wednesday, the Department of Energy announced the U.S. will release 172 million barrels of oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve beginning next week. As the war with Iran wraps up day 12, new details are emerging about the deadly retaliatory strike in Kuwait that claimed the lives of 6 U.S. service members. CBS News has learned more than 60 U.S. troops were injured in the strike, and about 30 remain hospitalized as of Tuesday, with brain injuries and shrapnel wounds. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill have raised concerns on the U.S.'s long-term strategy in the conflict and the threat of more injuries or fatalities.
This doesn't sound like a war that, we can simply declare victory tomorrow.
On Wednesday, President Trump said, quote, "We're not leaving until that job is finished." Erica Brown, CBS News, Washington.
Meantime, Iran is withdrawing from the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The country's sports minister says Iranian players would not be safe in the United States. Iran was scheduled to play group stage matches in Los Angeles and Seattle when the tournament starts June 11th. FIFA will now decide who replaces them. The likely candidates are Iraq or the United Arab Emirates.
Nikki Glaser has signed on for a Golden Globe three-peat. She'll host the awards again next January. Glaser also has a new stand-up special premiering on Hulu April 24th.
We will have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, we got a lot of rain, some snow, powerful winds for Thursday night and Friday, and then we got a major winter storm setting up to impact the area for the weekend. We'll explain all that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Could you use $300? Yeah, me too. Get more green this spring when new members open a new A+ checking or A+ Platinum checking account in branch with a $500 direct deposit. Swing into a local Ultra to claim your $300 bonus today. Visit ultra.org for details and locations. Ultra Federal Credit Union.
Get the lowest prices of the year during sales fair at Nelson Agri Center, Friday, March 13th through Saturday, March 21st. Get huge savings on Milwaukee Power Tools. Stock up on paint with our buy one, get one specials. We'll have deals on fencing, gates, seeds, and more for your farm. Plus, get an $8 store credit towards already low prices with the junk battery trade-in sale. Thousands of items will be on sale at the lowest prices of the year at Nelson Agri Center, downtown Viroqua.
We're starting the new year with our biggest sale of the year at Interior Designs Holman. All our carpets are on sale, so you'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimating at your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holman.
This is the story about a little empathy. No matter where little empathy looked, it just couldn't find its place in the world. Which was sad, because it had so much to give. Then one day, little empathy made a friend. And the friend took it somewhere it would always be useful and appreciated. Welcome to a place where healthcare is all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
Madness, madness, madness is going on now at Wesco and Sparta. This is not a drill. Get up to 30% off your new furniture. That's right, up to 30% off. Talk about a slam dunk. Stop waiting, stop wishing. Get that new sofa or sectional you've wanted for far too long. Gather the family around the brand new dining table and register to win a free recliner. This madness won't last forever. Don't miss out. It's happening right now only at Wesco and Sparta. Did we mention you could win a recliner?
Could you use $300? Yeah, me too. Get more green this spring when new members open a new A+ checking or A+ Platinum checking account in branch with a $500 direct deposit. Swing into a local Ultra to claim your $300 bonus today. Visit ultra.org for details and locations. Ultra Federal Credit Union.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Yeah, we got a lot going on here starting tomorrow afternoon and it goes all the way through the weekend too. The first event really is going to be the wind, probably the bigger story than actually the precipitation, but we do have winter storm watches up for Rusk County and further north. That's where they'll see more accumulation, potentially above 3 inches, but the wind also be a factor with the snow as well, so travel will be hazardous going into Friday morning with a combination of the wind and the snow. This is the wind advisory. I'll get to that in a moment too, but otherwise everyone else is going to see some snow out of this, but more or less rain. You can see it overall. Really, it becomes 1 to 3, probably closer to 1 as you go southwest of I-94. A lot of issues in between I-94, just north of it, depending on how precipitation type plays out. And then really it's 3 to 6 as you go further north to Ladysmith, and even more than that as you go further north into towards the UP. Far less as you go further south. In fact, probably not much of any snow, maybe south of I-90, besides maybe some snow showers come through Friday morning. So this is mostly rain, but the wind is the other big story. High wind watches are out or warnings out for pretty much west of the river right now. That goes for tomorrow night all the way through Friday morning. Basically, south winds be very strong in the evening. They'll turn around to the north. Could see gusts to 60. East of the river, definitely wind advisories out for the same period, and that's gust to 50 or even higher for Friday morning. So Friday morning's commute is going to be definitely very windy with snow showers. Could even reduce visibility with the snow showers, so definitely travel could be hazardous at time for Friday morning. If we look at the wind speeds coming up right there, you can see overall they're going to get up there pretty close to there, and you can see right there by Friday, that's actually going into the next weekend. But overall, we're going to see some wind speeds get fairly gust. Now, tracking the time of the precipitation, really most of the morning is going to be dry. The afternoon, you're going to start to see showers developing. The question is between I-90 and I-94 is where it's going to be start off as snow or maybe rain or snow and go back and forth. A lot of question marks in this area with precipitation type, so just stay tuned when it hands out. Further north of Eau Claire, it's generally going to be snow right away, but you can see it cools off briefly as we get to 6 to 7, 8 p.m. It'll cool off a little bit to produce snow, but then rain for La Crosse, and then watch what happens. Snow turns back to rain as we come through. So the evening will be wet for I-90 further south. If you're along I-94 northward, it'll probably be mainly snow, but it could go back and forth. We will see a break in the precipitation there, and then the main line comes through about 9 to 10. Once again, this likely will be all rain all the way up to I-94 because we will be warm enough, snow further north. We'll see a break after midnight, and then we'll see some wraparound showers come back in, and this is the snow showers that could impact the morning commute, especially north of I-94, along with the wind that'll be going on at the same time. So if you look at the travel impacts right now, if we look at this for along and south of I-94, the only change with this to go further north would be these snow showers would be more scattered and more intense as you go further north to I-94. But the wind gusts, 50, maybe even stronger, they won't die off until we get late in the afternoon or towards the evening hours. So that's the biggest story of that is the wind. The heavy snowfall, that comes Saturday night into Sunday, all the way through Sunday night. There will likely be an area that exceeds 12. In fact, I think there'll be areas that exceed 18 inches at this point. The wind will also be a factor Sunday into Sunday night with gusts above 40. So you can't even rule out blizzard conditions with this event. So definitely, if you got travel plans, stay tuned with this one. You might want to avoid travel during this time because this is going to be probably one of our biggest storms we've seen, at least all season, and could be for several years too as we go through. The bigger story going beyond that is the cold temperatures, and yes, that is the -2 Tuesday morning. It could be even colder than that. If you're thinking that's record, not quite. I think it's 7 below for La Crosse and maybe like 15 below for Eau Claire-ish. So it's definitely going to be cold. A cold St. Patrick's Day. I forgot to put that up there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
25 degrees.
Busy tracking a potential blizzard.
Well, we got rain, we got wind, and then, yeah, a major winter storm. And we were talking about the numbers too. They have the numbers for snow potential on Sunday is just crazy.
Yeah, the largest in years, you
It
said
could
potentially?
be, if it sets up a good pattern, we could see some definitely huge amounts of snow. And we've seen big blockbuster snow events in March.
Sure. All right, Craig, thanks very much. Coming up next in sports, the Packers beefing up their defense with a new addition, plus the Viroqua Blackhawks flying to a new conference. We've got details on where they're headed and when. Jacob is next.
Get up to 14% off with double tax relief savings at Home Furniture.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Miss a story? See it again or watch us live on YouTube at WKBT News 8 Now.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Right now, get over $7,300 total value on this 2026 Chevy Silverado. Plus, Costco Executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
When is Westby Creamery cottage cheese more than cottage cheese? When you turn it into a rich, creamy, high-protein frozen treat or irresistible high-protein donut hole bites. When is Westby Creamery French onion dip for more than potato chips? When it becomes not grandma's potato salad or flaky, savory French onion puff pastry rolls. There are so many fresh ideas waiting for your next get-together or those days you just need something quick and easy. For more recipes and inspiration, visit westbycreamery.com and click on the Recipes tab.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage,
Yes,
man?
sir. That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groutworks. Schedule a free inspection.
I met my abuser when I was 10. He was my Sunday school teacher. At 18, I was pressured to marry him. Chris Taylor was the first person to stand up for me. She worked with both parties and with law enforcement to pass laws to protect survivors like me. Chris listened, and my abuser went to prison. On the Supreme Court, Judge Chris Taylor will continue to protect Wisconsin.
Judge Chris Taylor, protecting our rights, defending our freedoms.
Bring all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, after their first proposal was shot down back in December, after further review, the WIAA's Board of Control approved a move for Viroqua to join the Southwest Wisconsin Conference in the 2027-28 school year. Initially, the WIAA's Conference Realignment Task Force voted against the move, with 13 of the 14 voters advising the Blackhawks stay in the Cooley Conference. But after an in-person appeal presented by Athletic Director Dan Brown in January, the committee voted 15-1 in favor of allowing Viroqua to join the SWC. The reason for Viroqua wanting to change conferences were enrollment and fit, which includes the rural outlook of schools that compete in the Southwest Wisconsin Conference. This is for all sports besides football and hockey. Meanwhile, the UWL women's basketball team started their trek out east today with the Big Apple as their end destination, as the Eagles will compete in the Sweet 16 for the first time in program history in just a couple days. You won't find a more close-knit team than this group of ladies, and while that helps their play on the court, it also just makes the entire experience that much more enjoyable.
What makes this team special is just like our bonds that we have. Like, I couldn't think of like a team that's even like stronger, like connection-wise. Like outside the gym and inside the gym, we're just all very connected, which just makes getting this far even more fun.
The roughly 1,000 miles, 16 hours of travel is another piece of adversity that UWL will have encountered this season, but luckily the Eagles have learned how to persevere, which means focusing on the things you can control and not looking too far ahead.
We have to, because there's no tomorrow unless we take care of today. So really just wherever we are, we got to have our feet there. And it's going to be a big week of travel going all the way to New York, but trying to just stay in the moment with each other and really enjoy each part of the process.
Lacrosse is slated to play at 4 o'clock local time on Friday against Southern Maine, and if the Eagles advance to the Elite Eight, they'll face the winner of two-time defending champion NYU and Hardin-Simmons on Saturday. Meanwhile, the Packers adding some much-needed help up front today, agreeing to terms with former Vikings defensive tackle Javon Hargrave. Sources say it's a 2-year, $23 million deal after Hargrave was released by Minnesota earlier today. New defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon knows Hargrave well from their time in Philadelphia, where Hargrave posted 18.5 sacks over 2 seasons. The 33-year-old has 49 career sacks and 2 Pro Bowls to his name. One player that is staying in Minnesota, running back Aaron Jones, as he and the franchise have reportedly agreed to a revised contract that lowers his base salary from $9 million to $5.6 million. Last season, he was plagued by injuries, appearing in just 12 games and rushing for his lowest total since his rookie season. Since moving on for the Packers, for the Vikings, he's ran for 1,686 yards and 7 rushing scores, along with 607 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. Tomorrow in the 3rd round of the Big Ten tournament, it'll be a rematch of the UWs. Wisconsin will take on Washington after the Huskies defeated USC earlier today. In the first meeting, the Badgers won by 17. That game will begin around 1:30 on the Big Ten Network. Meanwhile, the Gophers fall in the 2nd round today, losing to Rutgers by 5. The Scarlet Knights will play UCLA tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Big Ten Network. And in the World Baseball Classic, Italy helps out the U.S. by defeating Mexico 9-1. So the Americans squeak out of pool play and will next face Canada in the quarterfinals on Friday night from Houston. That was a close one, guys. If Mexico would have won that one and it went a certain way, then U.S. is not advancing. So they'll play in Houston in the knockout rounds against Canada. So maybe they're going to want some revenge after what happened on the ice.
Yeah, maybe.
A little bit. We will see. And I saw Brewers prospect Andrew Fisher doing well once again for Italy.
Good to see. And Bryce Trang having a good run with USA as well. So good for the Brewers, good for the USA, and I'll be watching on Friday. Hopefully everyone else will as well.
All right. Thanks, Jacob.
All right, more news right after this.
Even getting out of bed is a struggle.
Sounds like a lot of pressure.
In pain.
Good thing you came to Slumberland. This Tempur Pro Adapt provides adaptive support and pressure relief to help you sleep.
Getting out of this bed is gonna be a struggle.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
Get an 11% rebate on the last roof you'll ever need with Steel Roofing from Menards. Steel Roofing provides your home with the best protection from wind, hail, and fire. Choose from 29 colors and enhance the appearance of your home. They're available in cut-to-length panels to cover a large area for a fast installation. Plus, get an 11% rebate on everything for your roofing project now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Did you know March is Theater in Our Schools Month? Theater builds confidence, teamwork, and creativity.
I experienced it and I was like, this is way different than I thought it was gonna be. After that, I felt like theater was my passion.
It's such an amazing experience and you learn a lot from it.
If you or someone you know wants to get involved, our LCT Star Academy Summer Theater Program is the perfect opportunity. Sign-ups open March 23rd through April 13th. Visit lacrossetheater.org/summertheater.
Welcome to Hotel 44 North, where history, nature, and hospitality meet. Nestled in the heart of downtown Winona, our boutique retreat features 76 elegant rooms, including 24 spacious suites with kitchenettes, perfect for weekend getaways or extended stays. Step outside to river views, bluff-top scenery, downtown shops, and scenic trails. Inside, enjoy luxury rooms, a pool, and sauna, all backed by our best rate guarantee. Unwind in our cozy lobby or sift craft cocktails at Latitude Bar and Lounge. Hotel 44 North, your place in Winona.
Experience the thrill of gaming at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin. Whether you're a slots enthusiast or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Enjoy delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more memories and adventure to your visit at any one of our 6 locations. And coming soon to Beloit. More of our amazing gaming options, amenities, and outstanding service you can count on. Find your fun today at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin.
Sorry, I'm just a bit uncomfortable. It's my mattress.
Good thing you came to Slumberland. This Stearns & Foster provides the ultimate comfort and craftsmanship for a luxurious sleep.
Amazing.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Animal Adventure Park in New York is welcoming 4 new lion cubs who were born on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, the cubs Venus, Romeo, Valentine, and Bo are the 5th litter for mother Bisa, who has had 17 cubs total. The cubs are weighed daily, but only can spend 15 minutes away from their mom. Visitors can see the new arrivals when the park opens in April. I love Valentine's Day babies. They're so cute.
And they've got some adorable faces for sure.
Yeah.
Huge tourist attraction, I think.
Yeah, that's a busy mom. 17 cubs.
Good for her.
Yeah, good for her. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Stay updated while you scroll. Follow us on Instagram at WKBT News 8.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, your pup isn't just boarded, they're pampered. From tail wagging daycare to cozy overnight stays, we treat every dog like our own. Safe, clean, and full of fun. Book today at booktopdog.com. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Shopping for your next car or truck? Get more with Maury's. More transparency, more clarity, more trust, and more value with Maury's More Care program. Visit Maury'sAuto.com and get more with Maury's.
We decided to start Badger Smiles to take a new approach to doing dentistry. It's private, it's not corporate. We decide with the patient what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do it. You're not gonna be sold anything. If you've got a tooth bothering you, something's broken, or you just want a cleaning, chances are really good we can see you today, which is kind of unheard of. Give us a call at 608-707-1000 or our website, which is badgersmiles.com.
Get the lowest prices of the year during sales fair at Nelson Agri Center, Friday, March 13th through Saturday, March 21st. Get huge savings on Milwaukee Power Tools. Stock up on paint with our buy one, get one specials. We'll have deals on fencing, gates, seeds, and more for your farm. Plus, get an $8 store credit towards already low prices with the junk battery trade-in sale. Thousands of items will be on sale at the lowest prices of the year at Nelson Agri Center, downtown Viroqua.
Password 1234.
Incorrect password.
Technology, am I right?
We need a new tech lead.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
The storm came through with 120-mile-an-hour winds through our neighborhood. My daughter had to evacuate to our house while we were out of town. Sure enough, power goes out. When the generator kicked back on, It, of course, powered the Spectrum modem. She didn't lose service, and we didn't lose connectivity with her through the entire storm. We both breathed a sigh of relief. To have her feel safe and us feel reassured that she was okay was priceless.
Real customers, real reliability. To get the most reliable internet, visit spectrum.com/stay connected.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, we've got it all. Playful daycare, cozy overnight boarding, and a boutique full of treats, toys, and gear. Your pup gets love, care, and plenty of tail-wagging fun, and you get peace of mind. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Right, here's the snow for tomorrow night, mainly north of Eau Claire, but the wind, gusts to 50 or 60 are possible Friday morning, so that'll be the bigger issue, but still good for Rusk County. They could see some significant snow. This is the one for the weekend, and this bears watching because 12 plus is definitely in the ballpark. Could even be higher through the area as we track it. Also, the wind will be a factor, so you can't even rule out blizzard conditions. Beyond that, it's cold for early start next week, and definitely a cold St. Patrick's Day, too.
Yeah, and Greg couldn't ask for better weather than this on his birthday.
Many happy returns.
Happy birthday, Greg.
Well, maybe Sunday would have been nice.
Sunday. The coldest of